Folks of Grantville, we had talked about that we were going to do a series of videos about what I stand for and what I'm going to do for Grantville. And tonight, I think it's an important discussion that really dovetails off of what the City Council meeting was this week, and it's growth. We heard from several groups, several developments about some things they wanted to do, and there's a lot of questions about that. But what I want to talk about and what I want to really have a discussion about is this, is we're going to grow. We are going to grow. There's no doubt about it. We're in a sweet spot. I've said it before. We're 20 minutes from Newton, 45 minutes from Atlanta, 20 minutes from LaGrange, 35 minutes from Columbus. People will move here, live here. Grantville has great education, great schools. We can build here homes, businesses, etc. It's going to happen. Now, there's a very key thing to that, is it has to be smart. Smart growth. We need people in the Planning Commission, and we need to talk about what we're going to do. But there's a whole other story that needs to be discussed before we ever even think about growth, because we can't grow right now. Our infrastructure needs improvement now. I want to start with number one is high-speed internet. I know a lot of you know that Comcast is deploying fiber. AT&T is going to deploy fiber. We're 8-9 weeks away from some of the first places being lit up with high-speed fiber optic internet. Now, as I've said before, should have been done 4 years ago. The grants were there. If we'd had people in charge who were working with the AT&T and Comcast and gone up to Atlanta to work on the grants, we could have had it. One thing I'm going to do as your mayor is I'm going to make sure we get it deployed properly and that it gets deployed to all the neighborhoods. I'm going to work with the project management teams for those companies. I can do this. As I've said before, I'm 35 years of information technology and telecommunications. I've deployed some of the largest data networks in the United States. So I know how to do this. That's number one, high-speed internet. Number two, wastewater treatment. We heard last night that, or 2 nights ago, that they wanted to do some rerouting from one of these projects that's zone industrial. It's going to go to our last capacity wastewater treatment location. After that, we're done. We can't grow. We can't grow at all. We have got to address wastewater treatment. I have multiple ideas, and I'm not going to say I've got the grand plan, but we need to sit down as a team and come up with how we get this solved, present it to the council, make sure every other citizens agree, and we get that done, because we have got to improve our wastewater treatment or we can't grow, period. Third, the utilities. I've heard it from all of you all. Our utilities have issues. Without a full audit, we don't really know what those issues are. That is the one thing I am capable of doing and will do on my list of things when I become the mayor, is I'll sit down with the city manager, sit down with the manager of the utilities and talk about, okay, what can we do better? What can we do to make the citizens happier? I'm not going to say I can lower all your bills, because they're going to fluctuate, but I certainly think we can improve the quality of the service that we give, the billing, try to figure out, why it costs so much to pay online, things like this. Because, certainly these are the types of things we need to do. Once we do all this, then it's growth. Very interesting. I had pulled up several days ago a 2016 plan that was drawn out, signed off by the current mayor, who is our mayor now, about growth and things that we were going to do. Nothing was done on the entire checklist in the last 6 years. There's an LCI project going on. A lot of you all know about that. We can get grant money. It's going to say the same thing. Here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to build. Here's where you need to go. But folks, if we leave the same things in place, none of it's going to happen. And Grantville is going to die, plain and simple, unless we grow. And I will tell you right now, when I get into office, I'm going to make sure that we're going to grow, but it's going to be smart. We're going to take our time, we're going to come to agreements, and we're going to make sure that we get a city that we can all look back on in maybe 4 years from now or 5 years from now and go, what a great place Grantville has become. I want to thank you so much for your time, and please support me for mayor.